Hey! Ooh, look at this. Ooh. Your hand disappears though. It's like Back to the Future. My reason of existence. Anyway. I've had to change some slides up and make things a bit more relevant. Still got some 2020 screenshots up there, or they might be a mixture. And there's some new ones over there. And then obviously we have the FA50, the Vulcan 50 trailer in the background as well, showing there. The announcement from Contrail. Very, very good response. Very, very proud moment for myself to see that on the stage at FS Expo, and the obviously the response from it, the very, very overwhelming positive response from it. Hello to Alex, our moderator. Owen Flemmo in. Good to see you, buddy. I spent a very, very warm day with Owen at Manchester South Side. I think about a month or two back. Capturing the global A380 arrival and departure, which was great. Got a couple of other guys. Oh, it's really, really low, the mic. Okay. Interesting. I mean, it's saying it's up full whack. Is that better? Could be the music. Could be the music as well. Obviously, Alex, let me know in the comments. That's better? Yeah, I mean, the microphone was a bit far away from me gob, so obviously if that's better. We are 1 minute past the scheduled departure time, if you like, or start time of the stream. Just to give you a bit of background on what is going on today, we are looking at 2 scenery add-ons. We are looking at the latest. So on Friday, the start of FS Expo in Rhode Island, in Providence, in the US of A. Quite a lot of developers still going on now. Obviously, last day today, I think, or tomorrow, or they're wrapping up today, and we'll find out today where it is going to be located next year. My dream would be to get to it next year. That would be very, very cool. But yeah, on Friday, iniBuilds went a bit nuts with the announcements and releases. They announced, they showed the trailer for the A220. They showed the trailer for the ultra long range A350, which released straight after. The cabin packs, which was released at a price and then taken off, and then within 24 hours they made it free, and that was due to community feedback. Very, very, in my opinion, super cool. They've gone off while at Expo. They've had a chat about it and said, even though it's taken us quite a bit of time to develop these, we will put them on for free. And obviously they also released the Doha, showed the trailers for Doha Hamad International and the scenery pack as well, so for the nearby landmarks. The airport, we'll go through this quite a few times over the stream. The airport is priced at $23.99. VAT, it says about £4 estimated currency will be charged, so I'm assuming we're looking at more like £27 or £23 is what is the total when that VAT is added on. The city packs, so they've put that down as Doha City and Landmarks. That's actually got a code which is OTHB, I think. Yeah, and that again, that's a bit cheaper. That's £11.99, £2 VAT. So near enough heading up into your 15 quids. Good to see everyone in. This is a newer time. What the idea is going forward, guys, is I will be starting the stream soon. Apologies that I'm rambling on a bit, but the idea is, just be with it, was no worries. I will be potentially, the idea is to stream every Sunday at around 1 o'clock, so around the same time. purely because streams have been going well for me. I'm getting a bit more confident doing them. I'm probably going to spruce up the whole, you know, menu and whatever. So you are right, Flustic. You are right. You do get it. You do get it free. So that is a good thing to mention. I've got the thing right in front of me telling me that. So basically, when you buy the airport, you add the city packs in, and there will be a zero, you know, a £0 charge for the cities. It's valid for 1 week. It ends on the 4th of July, so keep that in mind. It's not always going to be free. So it is an offer. So yeah, the idea is to stream every Sunday at 1 o'clock, the same time. And yeah, it's just purely because the streams are going well. I think it will benefit me personally for many reasons, and I think it will be nice for the channel as well. So that would be the idea. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to stream next Sunday, but we'll see. If you want to keep up with what I'm streaming and what the channel's doing, Discord is your friend, definitely. I'm on every social media as far as I'm aware. I think every main one as well. All the links will be in the description or in my channel page. Please go and follow me on there. If not everyone, just a couple. I post every update that I'm doing when a trailer or video or whatever I do is going live. So yeah, it's good to know. So yes, we are looking at the 2 new scenery packs by iniBuilds today. There is going to be a giveaway. I've decided the giveaway is going to benefit just one person. I'm not going to give away the airport and the scenery packs to 2 individual people. Whoever wins will get both. Okay, details on that are gonna come in the stream. Okay, I'm not gonna say now. We're gonna get going with everything. The Top Max Simulations T7, I haven't had a chance to have a go of it. I mean, I've only had a go at Top Max Studios B2, and it's really nice. Obviously, that's being used in videos over YouTube for many different reasons. I shall not go into that, but yes, let's get started. Here we go. So we're on the ground. It is a nondescript. I think it's an A321. I think just a nondescript A321. I haven't got any traffic added in. If I remember to do that, I will add some traffic in and some, you know, some aircraft going in and out and parked up and stuff like that. Have a bit of a sip of coffee before it goes cold. So yeah, we're on the ground at Doha International. One thing I have noticed is the level of the LODs here are a bit... I've started getting this now. This, for me, the little message saying it's, you know, resource heavy. It seems to happen even if my frame rates and everything is smooth. Yes, so the level of distance here is a bit, I think, a bit off, possibly. I don't know. There's actually a plane going out there. I think this might actually be FS traffic kicking in automatically. So more than likely that's what, if you see any aircraft moving about, it is FS traffic already activated automatically. So what I might do is, in this instance, guys, is just turn that off, just to keep things vanilla. Okay, so if you are joining me today, welcome. Hope you've had a great week and a great weekend. As I say, we'll be looking to live stream every Sunday from now on going forward. If there isn't a stream on a Sunday, it is for a particular reason, either personal or just because I can't do it. But the idea is to make it regular. Okay, so we're going to start off on the I believe it would be sort of, ooh, not south. I think this would be west. No, yeah. West. How's the FPS, Brian? Okay, so what I can say about performance just straight off the bat, if anyone's wondering, is for me personally, the sim over the last couple of weeks has been a bit iffy. 2024, that is. I have spent some time on 2020 recently for the trailer that is coming out later on. I am going to show you what I've been working on in this stream. It's not going to be a part of the video, it's going to be some screenshots of that particular thing. I am still getting some stutters. Now, as you guys know, I have streamed from other iniBuilds airports over the last couple of months. Heathrow, JFK, Gatwick, all have been giving me pretty smooth, stutter-free performance. This one, however, bit stuttery. FPS, probably not as good as the others. If you can remember, you can go back to those live streams and watch, and I'm not obviously telling porkies. This is saying 50, so that we're in the high 50s, but we're also getting quite a lot of stutters. Now, you also will see that my VRAM, even though I've got a 16GB card, is showing 13, maybe 14 as the maximum there, and I'm using 12. So personally, VRAM is still an issue. That's good to read, Ahmed, and obviously good luck with the pilot training program. Yeah, wish you all the best with that. Yeah, well, I'll do my best to kind of give you this first look and kind of almost a review slash preview, even though it is out now. Down here, looks like these things in the water. Yeah, so these are actually really fine waterfalls. Now, I haven't had a good look at this airport properly yet. I've taken some screenshots for the thumbnail, of course, but here is some custom animated water. Now, it's not perfect, but it's pretty cool. So what I would say in terms of performance, going back to that, you'll notice in this stream, if you've never watched me before, I am very distracted by things and I will go off on a tangent somewhere, so bear with me on that. I apologize. Performance, FPS is good, but stutters are there, and I think I'm going to blame that more on the sim recently, because I just seem to be getting this weird performance hit all of a sudden. I'm on the latest NVIDIA driver, if anyone wants to know. So, you know, if you're wondering that, I'm on the latest NVIDIA driver. The thing with stutters and FPS drops, it can be contributed by so many different things. It can be the scenery. It can definitely be the scenery. It can be, especially because Flight Sim 2024 is streamed in. It can be due to that. I could be at the minute getting really bad internet. It could have dropped. I don't know. I don't think it has. Not really. It's not the highest it should be, but it still shouldn't be causing an issue. NVIDIA drivers cause issues for games. We know this. So I haven't got any traffic on, so this is how the airport comes in vanilla. Off into the background there, you can see some of the landmarks from the landmarks pack as well. What I would say is they are mixed in with obviously the default scenery, so you will see some auto-generated buildings in there as well. But yeah, of course, with iniBuilds, you're getting the interiors, you're getting the level of detail. Now, as far as I'm aware, something I need to double check before we carry on. I know this is me also getting distracted again, but I need to check, because if you are familiar with iniBuilds, they do have a lot of toggles and sliders for their scenery. So if you're using the iniBuilds manager, in the scenery, obviously in the scenery page, you will have a configuration box, and you can turn things off and on. Each airport is different. I know Gatwick had a lot of sliders. Heathrow's got a lot of sliders. This has only got 4. So this has got a ground equipment sort of level of detail slider, a people slider, which they always have, a cars slider, which again they always have, and this has also got a terminal sounds slider. Not too sure if this is the first time that iniBuilds have done this. I have seen it in other sceneries, like Jevieski Designs did this at first in the Renton scenery, I believe. The Renton control tower, if you went inside it, you could hear the air traffic control. In this one, if you go inside inside the terminals, you can hear ambient sounds, people talking, and also the announcements as well, which is pretty cool. If you want a copy of this and the scenery, the city scenery, here's how you're going to do it, guys. So you are going to pop this. I've done this quite a lot. Sometimes I put a really, not a difficult question, but sometimes I make you go off and find the answer. This one, you might know it, you might not. I just need the 4-letter code for Doha. If you don't know it, very easy to find out. I believe you can pop it in there in caps or not caps. But yeah, Doha Hamad International, the code for that, please. That's how you enter. That's how Nightbot is going to register that you've entered. Once you have popped them codes in, the four codes, you will be entered. And what I'm going to do now is just make sure that we are getting some of those entries in. Yes, we are, guys. Now, if you're not getting involved in the chat, talking away, getting involved, chatting to people inside the chat, that is not a problem. Not a problem at all. But if you do want to enter, you have to at least put the 4-letter code. So that's the International Civil Aviation Authority code into the live chat. And then my good friend Nightbot will register that as an entry. And what I will say is that if you want to win this, you have to put an email into your YouTube profile. Good info, Ahmed. Thank you so much for that. I can see some entries coming in. I can see some conflicting conflicting entries, but yeah, that might have cleared some things up. If you want to enter, the winner will need to put their email address into their YouTube profile. You can hide it and get it revealed. You don't need to keep it on there. Once you've received an email from me, you can then feel free to take it off, but that is the only way I allow people to receive the prize, because I want to make it safe for you guys. I don't want people reaching out to me who haven't won and saying it's them. It's never happened before to me. I have heard, obviously, it can happen. Let's just make things safe and let's make it sure that everything's legit, okay, guys? Yeah, and also as well, there is no sort of time limit. I usually say within a week or two, but sometimes it's even faster. But keep in mind, the iniBuilds team are at Expo at the minute, so if you don't get the prize sent to you, then please be patient, okay? It will be sent. I reach out to iniBuilds within a day or two after the announcement, after everyone I've done, and I always get it sorted, okay? If there's a delay, it's because obviously I have to communicate with them and they need to communicate back with me. So Ahmed, you don't need to do it now. If you are the lucky winner, for example, I'll go through that at the end of the stream. I will be announcing it towards the end of the stream, guys, okay? So if you don't want to stay in the chat and watch, that's absolutely fine. I don't expect everyone to. I usually stream for about 90 minutes to 2 hours. That's kind of my limit before I start getting very moist on the forehead. You can, if you are the lucky winner, you can pop it in to your YouTube then. But we can double check on stream, okay? So yeah, this is just a sort of an overview of the airport. It is a massive airport. For me, kind of looks like the layout. It's pretty much the layout to Heathrow Airport in some respects. In fact, if we have a look from above, let's have a little look. We're gonna get that little resource thing quite a lot, guys, so just ignore it. But if you look at it, apart from the lovely sea around it, it is quite Heathrow-ish in terms of the layout. Most likely just more of the parallel runways. Now, funnily enough, over this side we do have another remote apron with a lot of spaces. This is kind of what Heathrow's going for their third runway, and another new terminal. I believe that is what they plan to do, exactly kind of like that, and have a third runway off out into the sort of scenery around Heathrow. Anyway, we're not talking about Heathrow. Let's start on the west side. I will keep on giving prompts out into the chat about the giveaway, guys, and so will Alex, our fantastic moderator for today. All you need to do, Alex, is obviously just every so often you can copy it down now, mate, and keep on copy and paste it, and just paste it into the chat every so often. Just kind of the question, really. Yeah, I don't mean the kind of the buildings and the terminal, Ahmed. I'm more kind of the layout of the runways and the taxiways almost. So yeah, if you are familiar with iniBuilds, you'll know that they're very good with the details as well. I believe this is the mosque, I think. If I am getting things wrong, guys, I haven't had a lot of time over the weekend and beforehand to look at this. I was obviously sent it prior to release, and this is kind of a first look for me as well. So if I am getting details wrong, I'll try and not kind of guess things, but these possibly look like they are waterfalls, but iniBuilds have just put static kind of water textures in, which is absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Remember, guys, not many sim pilots go for this amount of detail. They're happy with airside being very detailed as well. Now, this is pretty cool. This is a massive gold statue. Again, people in the comments will be able to tell me what this is. You can also hear those airport announcements as well from the outside, which is pretty cool. But again, stunning detail. Just that as well, that is fantastic. And I still kind of do pre-recorded review videos. I'm trying to do more and more, but the intricacy here with the girders, the steel construction here is very, very good. You can tell there's been a lot of work done to develop that. A couple of flickers in the glass there, but I always think iniBuilds, along with others, are really, really good as well. For kind of the glass and stuff. Again, those resource messages, think mostly the fact that I'm getting stutters and I am reaching my VRAM limit, even though technically I shouldn't be.
Attention please, passengers for Qatar Airways Flight 265 to Larnaca, please proceed to gate C37 for boarding.
Don't know if you could hear that, guys. I've turned it up for yourselves, but as you will hear as we go through the terminal, there is announcements for different airlines, different destinations, which is pretty cool. It isn't just the same one over and over. How much do you charge for like a 30-second video? Owen, I'm not going to say anything on live stream. I have mentioned it in the past, how my pricing structure is structured. Basically, mate, I'd rather you message me on Instagram or wherever suitable for you on Discord. But yeah, message me and we'll talk about it, mate. Okay.
Attention please, passengers.
Look at that, guys.
For Qatar Airways Flight 1363 to Johannesburg, please proceed to Gate C23 for boarding.
So I've noticed in this particular section of the terminal, there's no ambient sounds. The ambient sounds that you can hear are mostly from the actual sim itself. But it's just, it's incredible the way that iniBuilds, obviously they make the terminal structures and then they're going as intricate as this. It's fantastic. I'm still gutted they don't use animated passengers because, as you know guys, we have seen other sceneries that have got animated passengers walking around to this level of detail. Now the models that they use are fantastic. They're really detailed. Most of the time, yeah, it is copy and pasted, but that is to be expected. And they're usually holding
passengers for Qatar Airways
coffee cups, bags, backpacks like this kid's doing here, and they're laid out in a way that does give immersion, so they're not just randomly placed, and you can tell that there's, you know, the family here, they're back over here again, there they are again over there, like Inception. It's weird. But yeah, where they're placed is very, very good. They're not just randomly placed in some odd positions, which is fantastic. But yeah, I'd love to see some animated passengers that you can toggle as well, so you don't need to, you know, there's people with systems that can really, really get the most out of the simulator as well. One thing they missed out, I think, was the all famous teddy bear. That's right after security check. Possibly. If it's in this terminal, Hamad, we'll have a little look around as best as possible, but it's very easy to get lost, and obviously you spend an hour in one
please,
thing. There we go.
Passengers for Qatar Airways flight.
Oh, she got cut off there.
Please proceed to Gate C14 for boarding.
So you can kind of see now. I did some VR development a while back, a good couple of years back, and I did some custom experiences for the PC, the HTC Vive. So I do know a kind of bit about Unity. Now that sounded like the node or the position of where that audio file is somewhere here. And you can do that, you can place the audio file to be played at a certain location. And it will sound like it's coming from that location. And it sounds like it's around here. Let's go back outside, guys. There's going to be stuff that I miss. I am sorry that I can't go through every little bit of scenery, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would be here for a hell of a long time. I think this possibly might be either another terminal or it might be a private terminal. Again, I am sorry that I'm not giving you the best information on each individual thing, purely because it is kind of a first look for me as well. I haven't had it long and I haven't had the chance to kind of look at it in greater detail. That is the Omari terminal. I think I'm saying that right. I think the Qatar, there's like a massive Qatar Omari -8 747, isn't there? 747-8. And so it might be that it comes here. Yeah, sound, it's to do with the T7 Red Hawk. Okay, mate, okay. We'll have a look at that. This is the Omari, I think I'm getting that pronunciation right, the Omari terminal. Again, fantastic modeling and texturing. We've got a partial terminal. Don't think we've got anything in there, no. Yeah, we've got another bit here as well. The actual, oh, look at that. That's insane, iniBuilds. That is every little piece. That is oh, I do appreciate it when developers go all out on sceneries. You can see, yeah, you can see that that message has popped up. We got quite a few stutters there, and it finally sort of said, yeah, you're pushing it. Now, to be fair, I am pushing it. I have got everything pretty much turned up to the max, purely because I do obviously trailers and cinematics. I try and keep everything as high quality as possible. Here's another little water feature. Again, looks like we've got the kind of, that looks a bit more transparent, and you've obviously got the spray going off. Ooh, look at that. Lovely in this Doha heat. Lovely. I'd imagine people can't just go off and cool the feet in that when they ever want to. But again, no bit of the airport sort of unleft as well. A lot of terraforming, a lot of kind of digging into the scenery, which again must take a long time just to do that part, to pop your custom kind of model into there as well. Okay, so government terminal, they probably haven't had many or if any reference photos, and I'm pretty sure iniBuilds do like to go and do reference photos and go to, when they can, go to each airport to take videos and reference photos, and I'm assuming they're probably not going to get the authority to do that in this particular terminal. Perfect, guys. So if we're only on sort of the west side still, we've still got the rest of the airport to see, and we've also got the rest of the we're half an hour in already. We've still got the scenery to see as well, and obviously I want to show you the night lighting as well, which again for iniBuilds is what you'd expect. It's fantastic. Obviously I do a lot of these live streams showing iniBuilds products and sceneries. I am not part of their sort of, I guess, influencer crew, if you will. I can't really say that I am. I'd love to be, but I'm no way biased. I will say if there's issues, I will point them out. I'll tell you if the frame rate's bad or not. I always put the debug menu on there. There's a bit of light coming through from the back there, guys, so there is a bit of a glow around me. I'm sorry about that. I wish it was a bit better. Obviously, when I start live streaming more, definitely be an opportunity to upgrade some of the equipment, I guess, but that's the kind of studio-ish light I've got. A bit blinding actually, but it's a bit better anyway. But yeah, we've got a lot to get through, guys. So even the car park, they've got the sort of the canopies for each vehicle, and they are all modelled as well. VOR tower there. Again, PBR texturing the reflections on the rooftops. This, to me, again, more of a car. No, looks more like a cargo area. So I don't know if, I think Doha might have a cargo area. That is a remote transfer baggage facility. Fantastic. So again, things like that have been included. Airside, staff entrance, car park. it's pretty substantial, you know. It's not a quick one. This is down as a premium scenery, so I've noticed that most of their 2024 scenery is down as a premium, and if it's been obviously upgraded from 2020, usually they call it the enhanced scenery as well. If you are joining us today, we're looking at the iniBuilds Doha Hamad International and the city packs as well. We're giving a copy away. You need to put the 4 letter International Civil Aviation Authority code into the chat if you're joining us. That will tell Nightbot that you want to enter. Again, please allow some time if you are the winner for this scenery to be transferred to you. Keep in mind that iniBuilds and every other developer are currently away at Flight Sim Expo in America, so there might be a bit more of a delay with this one. You will need to pop a email into your YouTube so I can basically reach out to you rather than the other way around, and that's all I ask. If you are enjoying the stream, obviously get involved in the chat if you like. I don't mind people watching, obviously. Come and watch the live stream, you know, but you will need to enter that code into the live chat if you do want to enter the giveaway. That's the only time if you want to, or sorry, if you will need to interact with the chat. I'll get me words out in a minute, guys. You wouldn't think that I want a live stream. Again, little shop here. Intricate details like the individual glasses and sandals on the phone cases. I don't think we got any sandals. Why did I say sandals? Phone cases and glasses, and then obviously the till systems as well. That looks like a bit like a Tom Ellis from Lucifer, doesn't it? That is very creepy. You alright, mate? Yeah, so towards the end of this live stream, I will be showing you the second trailer to come onto my channel over the course of this weekend and Flight Sim Expo. Now, I don't believe, from what I've been told, that the trailer will be getting shown at Expo, so it is going to be exclusive to the channel, which is a bit daunting, but very, very cool. Again, there you go, that guy is holding a lovely burger and fries meal there. Details in the menu, you can't read it completely, but it's spot on. Again, you won't be spending much time in here unless you really wanted to, unless you want to get out of the cockpit and spend some time in the terminal. Ivan, I appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed doing that trailer. I'll speak more about that trailer in a bit later in the stream. But yeah, everyone who's watched that and commented, thank you so much. Here is the tram. Now, one of my followers has been to Doha. I think he's going there today. He's on his way there. He's on a 777 now. He went on a 787. I actually caught his departure from Manchester and videoed it for him. And he actually messaged me earlier on and said he was on the tram. I'm assuming he means this one. But this goes right into the terminal.
Please, passengers for Qatar Airways Flight 265 to Larnaca, please proceed to gate C37 for boarding.
Pretty cool, guys. I'm guessing it's just going to vanish though when it gets down to there. But yeah, that's what one of my followers was on not long ago actually when he messaged me. Funny. But yeah, it's included. So if you are watching, buddy, then there you go. Fortunately, there's not a little virtual you on there. Now you can actually start hearing the ambient sounds now, as well as the the announcements. You can actually hear the ambient sounds. I am Mickey. All right, mate. Nice to see you.
Passengers for Qatar Airways Flight 1363 to Johannesburg, please proceed to gate C23 for boarding.
Yeah, it's a nice new detail that iniBuilds have popped in. I do like that, because I think even if you're on the stands in the aircraft, if you might still be able to hear the announcements. Let's have a little look, guys. We're just going to unnaturally glitch through. You can have a look at some of the gates here, some of the finer details on, obviously, the if you aren't interested in the sceneries, the things that you will see on the outside. Looks fantastic, it really does. Especially the glasswork reflecting all of the natural light as well. You can see some of the authentic ground service equipment as well. Again, that can be toggled off, and you can actually hear the announcements on the outside.
Passengers for Qatar Airways, flight 6.
And it does sound a bit muffled as well, which is pretty cool.
Proceed to gate C7. Immediately, your plane is about to depart.
There we go. We've got your plane is about to depart now, so a bit different. But
Attention,
yeah. Oh,
please. Passengers for Qatar Airways, flight 8982 Brisbane, please proceed to gate C14 for boarding.
Again, I'm not too sure where the tannoys are, and I don't know if they're coming through any kind of visible speakers at all. But around this area is probably where the audio file is located, because we can hear it a lot clearer in this particular zone of the airport. Again, the lighting and the roof, fantastic. What we're going to try and do is probably just sort of switch between the night and day. I wish we could do this with a button press on the stream deck. It would be really good. Not the stream deck, yeah, the stream deck. Yeah.
Attention, please. Passengers for Qatar Airways, flight 739.
You can't see, I don't think these are lights anyway, to be honest with you, but
C12 for boarding.
very, very nice. An internal train, yeah, the very, very cool. I know Gatwick's obviously got one that goes right up into the terminal. Yeah, the ambient sounds and the announcements. So when I was listening, I had a little listen, because funnily enough, this isn't the most detailed part of the interior. Mickey probably knows, or anyone who has already got this scenery, the interior part where the kind of, I don't know if it's a waterfall. I know Changi Airport, Hong Kong one, has a similar thing, but there is more interior, which it gets even more intricate and insanely good. It does look a little dark inside. I must admit, you are right. Now, I do have the exposure. Let's, just for the sake of obviously the live stream, let's take the exposure back down to 0, because I do have it set to a bit lower. Yeah, okay, a bit lighter, but still kind of a bit dark. Just wanted to obviously make that aware, guys. The exposure level I do use just to bring it down a bit, just because I am using a reshade as well. So this is, you can see it on stream, the default flight sim colouring is not to my taste. I also use it to obviously create my trailers and cinematics as well. But you can kind of see it's a bit yellowish almost now. Obviously there is yellow lights and stuff going on in here. But if we go outside, you can see just how kind of yellow the overall hue and tone is of the simulator, and it was even worse in Flight Sim 2020. They have improved it slightly, but I use this. Yeah, it starts looking a lot more blue, but I think it looks a bit more realistic. In my opinion, I love the colour tone as that. But yeah, it is, even with everything sort of turned to normal, it still looks a bit dark, I guess, but I tell you what, that is so cool, man. iniBuilds really do up their game on kind of each one, I feel.
Flight 1002
the tram goes all the way around there as well.
Gate A5 for boarding.
Fantastic, it really is. And at night it looks so good. Obviously we'll keep on diving outside just so we can see obviously the airside and the taxiways. You can hear some ambient sounds every so often come into play as well. The reflections of these screens, obviously they will kind of disappear, but they look fantastic as well. Just have a little look outside and we can see the surrounding taxiways and the jet bridges and stuff. So Riders fan was saying this kind of first thing I kind of said when we started the stream. Recently, it's more the simulator. I'm not gonna. I feel like I'm blaming Microsoft and Asobo here, and with all due respect, in the last stream you would have seen me go to the likes of JFK and stuff to have a look at the just flight traffic, and the performance was just terrible. But I have done first looks of all these iniBuilds airports, and they were all fine. This particular one, frame rate is absolutely fine, but there is a lot of stuttering. But this, I believe, is purely due to VRAM, the VRAM issue that still occurs, because I have a 16GB card. You can see it's kind of saying my max is 14 gig. I think that might be right. I think that maybe, or unless my system is stupidly reserving 2 gigs and not using the full amount. But you can see it's right up there, 13 out of 13.8, something like that. Because this will be the stutters that you're seeing, purely because of that. And you can see I'm getting a normal frame rate for any iniBuilds I've looked at. 40 can go up into the lower 50s, depending on whereabouts in the scenery you are as well. Yeah, Ivan, it was, and it got that Falcon 50 trailer got a massive response. It really did. Like the first bit, because I'll talk about a bit later, kind of how I was approached and stuff like that, and kind of what the briefing was to do it, because there was a particular thing that they wanted me to do. As you could have seen in the trailer, there was it was just showing the Portuguese Air Force trailer, and that's what they wanted me to show. So heading back inside, we didn't really take a look at much there, did we? See, we're very, very stuttery there, guys, as it loaded back outside. Again, apron lights look fantastic. The bloom on them and the kind of the glow off them is really, really nice as well. Yeah, I noticed for me in particular, riders, that iniBuilds always give me about 40 to 50, depending again on where I am in the scenery on my system, and I do bump the settings up to ultra. I don't like to, I'm a bit of a visual snob, if you like. I don't like to go any lower. Some settings may be high sometimes, just in case I am struggling, but visually you can't really see a difference. Let's switch it back up into daytime as well, guys, because we are getting to my favourite part of this scenery, which is absolutely incredible. I believe they call it the Orchard, and it's pretty good. There's also a Kenji store in here, I think, which is visible, but yeah, it's really nice. I am getting these kind of visual glitches now. Keep in mind that this is the very first release of this. You know by now iniBuilds usually do in a week or two afterwards about 4 or 5 updates for each individual scenery and airport as well, and they're pretty damn good at getting an update out if there's an issue. I will admit that. Again, if you want to be considered, if you want to enter into the live stream giveaway, dead easy. You're just going to enter the International Civil Aviation Authority code, so the 4-letter code for Doha Hamad, into the chat, guys. If you don't know it, feel free to look in the chat, or go and, if you don't want to cheat, go and cheat and look at Google. Or if you know it, pop it into the chat and Nightbot will enter you to win a copy. Please don't keep on putting the code in, guys. You only need to do it once. Okay, you only need to do it once. Nightbot knows that you've entered. Don't worry about that. I have got a nice little amount of entries now, so keep on entering, guys, please. Let me just look at this. Thank you, riders, for your for entering my Discord. I appreciate it. If you aren't on my Discord or social media, guys, I'd recommend so, because I do put updates. I post real aviation photography and videos, flight sim screenshots, flight sim videos. I tell you, every time I'm posting a video and every time that I'm going live, there is another video being uploaded to my channel at 3 PM UK, so that's in just over an hour's time, and that is another exclusive Expo trailer, which I believe isn't actually being shown at Expo. Possibly it might be today if they've been able to get it on, but it is going to be to my channel, and I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed by what's in that trailer. Here is the orchard, guys. Now check this out. This is incredible. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Absolutely incredible. Look at the reflections in this shop sign here. Reflecting down onto here. Obviously the people give it a bit more immersion. You've got all the airline announcements. You do have some ambient sounds that do play as well.
Attention please.
But the Louis Vuitton stores there. I think there's a Kenji over there as well.
031
but look at this, guys.
Please proceed to gate A5 for boarding.
If you haven't seen this on their sort of trailer or their release screenshots, then this will come as quite a surprise and shock. It is bloody detailed. It is fantastic. You can see kind of these guys here are pointing at the waterfall. Hey honey, look at the lovely waterfall. I've just been to Kenji to buy some stuff. Sorry guys, sometimes you do get my kind of odd sense of humour coming out. But yeah, here is some of these water effects are fantastic. Look at this. Be nice if we get like a bit of kind of splash and steam effects maybe in the water. Maybe that doesn't happen, but it looks pretty
please.
cool.
Passengers for Qatar Airways flight 1499 to Dar es Salaam via Kilimanjaro. Please note your gate has been changed. Please proceed to gate B5 for departure.
There's another little new announcement. Your gate has been changed. That's pretty cool. It seems like there's quite a lot of announcements on there, and they do loop it, but there's so many that you might not hear the same one. There's a Wagamama over there, I think, again, if I'm saying it, there's a bakery shop. Again, all these shops do have interiors as well, or partial interiors. Dior shop. Absolutely incredible, man. And again, if you go outside and look down, the glasswork and everything, the structure is just, look at that. And if you go off on Google Maps, it looks exactly the same.
Flight 703 to New York. John F. Kennedy, please proceed to gate E7.
Again, we are going to be experienced. I don't think it's a Kenji shop. I think I saw the eye and thought it was Kenji. It's actually a Fendi shop. I apologise. Sorry for the people who are waiting for Kenji. But it's incredible. There's a information point there. Every gate, every interior to the gate, all modelled. Again, not surprising, it is iniBuilds. They do like to, when they do an interior of an airport, they do like to do it properly, and this is definitely no exception. What would be really cool is because I don't know if it would be possible, but if we go into walking mode at one of these gates and we're able to walk through this terminal, if they put collision on the walls, we might not be able to. But because this is on the ground, we might be able to do that, guys. So if you want to see me do that later in the stream, I will do that. But let's take a look at the rest of the airport. Let's have a look at this part with the night lighting as well. Some of the ambient side, you can hear kids walking around, running around, stuff like that. This will be a cold coffee now. Oh no. I'm not one for cold coffee. There is a particular cold coffee drink that I like, which is odd for me, but not coffee that's gone cold.
Attention please. Passengers for Qatar Airways flight 1335 to Nairobi, please proceed to gate C6 for boarding.
Yeah, again, some of the sort of the lighting on the trees, again, this would be purely down to the simulator, but some of the lighting on the trees doesn't look very natural. But again, it looks fantastic. Let's zoom out a bit there, guys. I always like to have a... There we go, some of them resource warnings, but again, it's a few stutters every so often, and I can deal with that, and I don't blame the scenery at this point. This is not a scenery issue. This is definitely the VRAM bug. There's a Puma store and the Ray-Ban store. Look at the Puma store. Fantastic, man. So good.
Attention please.
Again, you'll notice that the stuttering goes away when we move away from the more detailed side of things. But again, the VRAM bug. I don't know if anyone can tell me in the comments whether that should really, on a 16GB card, should I be shown the full amount of VRAM, or is that the bug? Am I losing 2 gigs here? Yeah, look at this. Looks like a 90s sort of... That reminds me of the old Hollywood bowling lanes that we used to have in Liverpool, or still have in Liverpool, but kind of what it looked like in the 90s, man.
0031 to Edinburgh. Please proceed to gate
Again,
A5.
the strip
Attention
lighting.
please, passengers for Qatar Airways flight 1363 to Johannesburg, please proceed to gate C23 for boarding.
So cool. The reflections in the windows here, guys. The sort of little internal waiting rooms here. The panel lighting across the ceiling there. So detailed, man. Really cool. Let's pop our heads out the roof, and you can kind of see what the airport looks like. We can still hear those ambient sounds up from here, which is a bit off-putting. Definitely something that could be improved on. Over there, you can see some of the custom lighting that iniBuilds use. Obviously the in-house custom lighting that they use for the city pack. And there's the interior of the orchard where we just were. Look at that. Fantastic, isn't it? And then all the light pollution coming out of the terminal, little holes in the ceiling. Whether they're actually exposed, I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments can let me know, because I'm assuming it's very hot here and they probably would want that. It's boiling outside. That's probably why I'm boiling, because it's boiling in here. But yeah, this is what the kind of the night lighting looks like over here. You can, as I say, you can see some of the city lighting over there. We will take a look at that, of course. Obviously, we do have to go into the control tower as well. Let's go there next, and we'll keep it in the night lighting, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the daytime as well. We can see some of the Qatar facilities and the hangars and stuff like that. Again, iniBuilds never disappoint when it comes to the night lighting. You can see some animated fans there as well. That's cool, Hamad. That's some good information, because that terminal must have some really good air conditioning. Here we go for another iniBuilds control tower, and again, the Heathrow one was fantastic. This one again looks very good. You see some of the controllers with coffee, because they do need that. And again, the desk lights as well. Look at the detail on here as well. They've got flight radar. I don't think the guys use flight radar 24. I'm going to be totally honest. If Doha use if the Doha ATC use flight radar 24 for their flight tracking, then ooh. But look at that. You can see the iniBuilds coffee cups there representing, and look at the charts as well. We're a bit zoomed in here. Bit of glitchiness there, but pretty cool. You can see some rubbish in the bin as well. Oh my goodness. I can check my DM now, mate, to be honest with you. I'll have a look at that for the music, mate, and the card as well. Yeah, I need to have a look and see how much I'd get for my card, but to be honest with you, mate, at this point, I think unless you've got a 24GB card, like something like the 90 series of cards or the high-end AMD cards, you could still just be getting stutters anyway. Do you know what I mean? I've never dealt with these stutters before. Flight Sim 20, I've never ever got this message ever. You know, as you can imagine, this is causing issues trying to record any type of video. But yeah, no, I appreciate it, mate. Ground textures look crisp. I will obviously give you a little bit better look at the ground textures before we head off into the city as well, because obviously that is another part of the scenery, the airports that people do want to see. Again, control tower looks fantastic even in the daytime as well. Ground textures, again, nice mixture of asphalt, gravel here as well. This looks pretty damn cool. I don't think this is part of the normal scenery. It's pretty nice that even when getting up close. Again, look at this, it's sort of the intricacies of the, I would imagine this is kind of like a blast shield, of course, from any kind of engine, engine, not noise, but engine effects, you know. But yeah, ground textures, again, something that iniBuilds always usually put a really close-up picture of in their screenshot on the product page. And again, just looking at Doha, I'm purely using Google Maps here to kind of give me an idea of where what individual things are called and stuff. But this taxiway, getting as close as I can, does look like it has those, you know, slabs, the square slabs as well. And then obviously the taxiways over here on the runway do go to a darker shade of grey and kind of black and stuff. So yeah, looks pretty authentic from what I'm seeing anyway. That's kind of the best I can do in terms of looking at the comparisons. These things here are actually present on the scenery, I think. Yeah, they are. They're exactly what it looks like on Google Maps. Kind of looks like access panels and grids and stuff like that. Again, spot on. Perimeter fence going around the outside as well. I do love a perimeter fence on sceneries. Qatar cargo area as well. 560 down from 900. I mean, I need to look because, like, obviously I'd have to sell my card and I don't have the cash to buy the card to put in my computer. What potentially I would have to do is pick a time that I'm not going to be making any videos or anything like that, because there will be a time where I have to sell this current card and there's going to be nothing in my computer, and then obviously buy a new one as well. I need to look into it, mate. And like I said, yeah, I was contemplating going to a AMD. I was actually going for a full AMD system when I was doing my motherboard and CPU update as well, but we'll see. Also, we need to see how good an NVIDIA CPU works with an AMD card. I can't see there being any issues, but if anyone can let me know, by the way, is anyone using a NVIDIA CPU with a AMD card? Let me know in the comments and let me know if there's any downside to it. That's just something I don't know, unfortunately. The airport does not come with static aircraft riders fan, unfortunately. there seems to be only a couple of iniBuilds airports that do come with static aircraft. That's not to say that they won't add them in, and there usually is a toggle in the ini software to turn aircraft off and on, but no, there's none in this one, unfortunately. Would have liked to seen maybe one of the Qatari, the Amari Qatar 747s, or any of the sort of private jets at the terminal there. Alex, did you copy and paste that, or was that from your mouth? Or was it AI? Here you can see a tunnel. Again, iniBuilds do like to implement the tunnel system. It is just I think just a basic 2D texture to make it look like there's a 3D. Yeah, it is. But they have molded into the ground there, so it's pretty cool. No worries, mate. I'm using Google Maps here to kind of look at what Doha looks like and compare things. This is a very unique hangar, isn't it? Pretty cool. Looks very I don't know, 70s or 80s. Very old looking anyway. Don't think there's oh no, that looks like that is a, you know, I do like a parallax interior, and iniBuilds usually excel with the parallax interiors, and that looks like there's an interior in there, to be fair, and there isn't. See, you can notice that they are parallax, but it's pretty cool the way that it's implemented, and it does look like there's an interior in there as well. Pretty cool. So we're heading into the second hour of the stream, guys. If you are enjoying it, pop a like in there, give it a share if you think someone might enjoy it. Please do enter the giveaway. Enter the International Civil Aviation Authority code for Doha Hamad. Please pop that in. There has been some conflicting answers, but please pop that 4-letter code in. Nightbot will automatically enter you in, and you will win both the airport and the scenery pack rather than 2 people winning either one. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give one winner both scenery packs, so you've got the full Doha experience. We've got some open hangars here. If you did see my Gatwick stream, or you did buy Gatwick, you know that they did the Boeing hangar, which was bloody fantastic. This one again, lovely bit of detail in the interior. Obviously the AC, the aircon units, the flooring, the access panels, which look really nice. If you start zooming into a stupid amount, you will see, you know, you will see some of the textures getting a bit rough, but you're not meant to do that. You're not going to see them like that. Lovely big Qatar Airways sign there, very crisp and clear as well, of course. I'm not typing that. Mate, I thought that come right out of your lips though, to be fair. That's why I've got you as a moderator. There we go, some more parallaxed kind of interior effects. That one doesn't look as convincing, I must admit. But still, all the custom cars there, you can see they're all real-life car models. A lot better than the default ones that come in the come as standard. You got a Jag. They are repeated. You got a Mercedes, Jaguar. That's a Lotus or a used to be great in my cars. We've got a Peugeot there anyway, and an Audi, and a Citroen. That looks like a Aston Martin. Lovely. I have got a video in the works, guys, with a little small airfield and a upcoming developer, and that has got some of the best car models in it that I have ever seen. You need to watch that video when I release that, hopefully within the next week or 2. Oh, we've got some stutters here, guys. It doesn't like the amount of custom cars. If there's anything in this scenery that you'd like me to check out, pop it into the chat. We will be staying live for another 45 minutes or so. Alpha Male, there you go. There you go. See, that's why Alex is a moderator, to make sure that I don't look like a fool. I think I knew who that video was with. Of course you do, mate. Of course you do. Look at the red fuel pipes here. These look pretty cool. I know it's not significant at all, but it's really nicely rendered. Again, the detail is fantastic. I don't really expect anything less by iniBuilds. When they do an airport and a scenery, it's usually to a standard like this, and it is very, very nice. And more than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the city in the night time as well. If you are still watching and you haven't entered the giveaway, dead simple, put the 4-letter code in for Doha Hamad International. This is the Doha Hamad and City Pack by iniBuilds. It is available now. You do get the City Pack for a limited time, absolutely free if you buy the airport. That only runs for about a week, so that's the 4th of July that offer ends, and it will be a separate purchase. Links to it, both of them are in the description. Just make sure you add the City Pack into your airport purchase if you do purchase it. Obviously, again as well, please follow me on social media and Discord. Go into the Discord, my Discord server, and say hello, get involved. Got a lot of channels there open, and we keep on adding them purely because there's someone asks for something, and it's better if certain things are on certain channels. And then later on in the stream we'll announce the winner, and we will also take a look at what is next on the channel at about 3 o'clock, which I'm gonna have to hurry the stream along because obviously I need to do some prep for that video as well. So let's have a little look. Let's have a little look before we move on to the cities at what we're getting. The full feature list for Doha Hamad. Just a little overview of the airport here before we crack on with the city, which again, fantastic. You remember their City Pack for Dubai, which I believe was actually part of the Dubai airport scenery anyway, which was interesting. Right, okay. I am absolutely boiling, man. Also as well, check these out. I've showed Alex, our moderator, these, and I'm not gonna lie, these were just from Temu. These are little Temu specials, but they're so cool. So these are flight tags, but they've got like, oh, you're not gonna be able to see them, are you? Possibly if the stupid Nvidia broadcasting doesn't blank it out, but AC30 flight tag there, little diagram, and then a little keyring of the tail. Pretty cool. I've got an A350, A320 and A350, which I will be hanging on to. The A350, I might give some of them away in a future live stream or just through social media, if you want. in some way. But they're pretty cool, just to pop on your camera bag or your keys or whatever, if you're obviously an av geek like myself. So handcrafted textures on the ground, bespoke sets, runways, aprons, paths and roads. Obviously you can see the difference in the taxiways and the runways and the roads as well. True to life landside recreation, signpost, vegetation, parking barriers. Everything is authentically modelled, positioned, dynamic night and lighting as well. 150 plus handcrafted models, which is insane. Handcrafted terminals with obviously crisp textures, HD jetways, highly detailed models of the buildings, object surroundings, full HD ground poly matching the 2025 airport layout, and it's obviously an up-to-date airport layout. Official GSX profile included in the scenery folder through the ini download, so keep that in mind. They have been giving you the GSX profile on pretty much every one of their more recent sceneries as well. Level of details optimized for 2024, which again most scenery developers are now doing. And then obviously you've got the toggles in the ini manager software. Again, that is, you can go and look at the screenshots and obviously purchase if you like to. I've got the link in the description as well. The city packs, we're gonna have a look at that now, but let's have a little run through of this list because it's substantial. They have fully modeled the Banana Island, which is this one, I think it's that one. Yeah, I think it is. Just bear with me, I'm pretty sure it just lies off the Yeah, I think that is the Banana Island one. We'll have a look at that before we head over to the city. It's enhanced when you're going in and out, so approaches and the obviously departures. Katara Towers, Doha Tower, the Pearl, 2 islands, Tornado Tower, Berjala Manor. I really sorry for the pronunciation on some of these. Stadium 974, Sheraton Hotel, Al Bida Tower, Al Shamak Tower, the 7, Riscos Tower, Palm Towers, the Marriott Trio, Tujod Tower, again that's probably terrible pronunciation, Vera Suites, I can't pronounce that. I think that would be the terminal, maybe the cruise ferry terminal, possibly. Al Shaika terminal, I think. Qtel Tower, the 5th of June Arch, Doha Bank, Museum of Islamic Art, North Oil Company, World Trade Center, Al Jasmaya Tower, and Arabay Towers, I think that says. Again, I'm really sorry. They've actually modelled my apartment building in the Pearl. Amazing. That's pretty cool. Haha, mate, you're not wrong. Yeah, buying a GPU from Temu might end in getting kind of either a little keyring of a GPU or a cardboard GPU. But here is Banana Island, guys. Here we go. So this is the city pack. This is what included in the city packs. Again, absolutely free, and the whole place has been modelled. That is fantastic. Look, you can see the bananas. They don't call it Banana Island for nothing. That's insane. Little iniBuilds logos on there. Are they actually on? Are they seriously on around the island? Are they around the island? Seriously? Someone let me know. Please let me know if those bananas are around the island. I don't think they are they? I really don't think they are. I think they're probably just, no, I don't think they are. I think they are just normal buoys. I think they're just normal markers. But I think the bananas have been added. If the bananas are there, then wow. But yeah, the whole thing has been modelled, guys. Probably not to the standard of the airport, I would imagine, to keep things optimized. But it's pretty damn cool. It's an Easter egg, yeah. I think it is an Easter egg, but my God, they really should put inflatable bananas around the island. It's fantastic, it really is. The whole island, there you go, the full island. These look like the same kind of things that they've got in like Bora Bora, with like the infinity pool going off the ends. It looks quite similar, actually. I haven't been, I've just seen it on videos. Pretty cool, guys. So what we will do, we'll look at the city packs in probably in the night time, just purely because I believe, in my opinion, they look a hell of a lot better at the night time. They still look great, but again, it's the iniBuilds night lighting, so kind of the custom engine. What we'll do is we'll probably just have it at around, now we'll make it a bit darker, there we go. Maybe completely dark, eh? We will take a look at the city in the daytime, of course, guys. I'm not going to not do that. Oh, Hamad, I imagine that's a Nav Geek's paradise, mate. So cool. Don't know if this is part of the airport scenery, but you've got the lights all the way along into the city. I don't think it is. Also, if someone can tell me, probably yourself, Ahmed, what this airport is this the old airport that they don't use, or do they still use it? Is this like the old, were they using this airport for Doha and then they made a new one just there and then just stopped using this? let me know if anyone knows in the comments, guys, because I'm not 100% sure on that one, if I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not going to pretend I know that. There still seems to be sort of an apron and stuff like that and things, but it doesn't look like it's... Mind you, that is a default scenery, so it won't look really, really nice. Yeah, guys, so again, 4-letter code for Doha Hamad Airport into the chat, please. You're entered into the giveaway. Obviously, this is a 2024 scenery, so keep that in mind, guys, if you've entered and you don't know that. Yeah, that's it. It was an old airport reopened for the World Cup. They use it as cargo operations in the future. Ah, perfect. Yeah, night lighting's fantastic. Night lighting overall in the new sim is fantastic. Yeah, again, something that I didn't mention before, and I apologize, this is obviously a 2024 scenery if you didn't already realize that. So if you have entered and you're only on 2020, then unfortunately, if you are picked as a winner and you don't have 2024, then it's up to you whether you want to pass it on or you want to keep it in preparation of getting 2024. I don't mind if that is the case, guys. If you win, you win. If you haven't got the scenery and you want to keep hold of it for future, that's fine. If you want to pass the scenery on to someone else, again, that's absolutely fine with me. Stadium 947, I'd imagine this is. It looks like it's kind of made up of a load of like shipping containers. Is that what they were going for? Did they use old shipping containers to make this? It's very, very unique, and again, super model, isn't it? Fantastic. Again, if we do miss any of these out, I do apologize. You can tell the difference, obviously, in the auto-generated buildings, the default buildings of the simulator. Look at that, guys. Can everyone see that? The animated lights on the side of the hotel. This is the Rixos. I think I'm saying that right. Rixos. Look at that. Yeah, iniBuilds are a bit mad, aren't they? They did say it is a custom lighting engine that they've implemented into the scenery, so I'm assuming we're going to see the Dubai scenery. Obviously, they've had a few sceneries after that, but the Dubai city scenery, again, the night lighting in that is bloody incredible. Really, really nice. Got some nice partial interiors as well, more parallaxed interiors to make it look like there's actual interiors in there as well. And you can see that they look a lot nice at night. You would think they were 3D, almost real interiors, but that is pretty damn cool. Fantastic, fantastic. Again, obviously the custom buildings will stretch around here and then a bit further over there as well. Let's make the camera go a bit quicker. If you are joining on this warm sun, I think it is warm outside, and it's, honest to God, man. Alex, did you mean it was really warm outside in real life or in the scenery? Because it's bloody boiling, this computer, and there's like a little radiator. I need to open that light. Open the light, open the window. Jesus. So I do apologise for any moistness you can see in the stream today on my head, but I'm going to have to invest in some kind of non-intrusive fan or something. Yeah, massive thank you to everyone for joining me on this Sunday. I do have a product trailer coming up on the channel, guys. I'm not going to lie, it's an anticipated aircraft. Well, it's an anticipated aircraft for most. It's pretty special for the channel to be able to show you this, and as I say, it might be being shown on a particular stand at Expo, but I was told this morning that there was some kind of issue with it, unfortunately, so it might not be. So the first time you see it might just be on the channel. I think this might be the Islamic Museum. Again, I apologize if that isn't the case. I think it is. Which dev, Ivan? Ooh, if I tell you that, then you'll know. if I tell you the dev, guys, you'll know straight away. I'm sorry to tease. It's not too far now. I'll be showing you what it is on the end of the stream anyway, and then you can go ahead and watch the trailer. Yeah, the night lighting's fantastic. Again, it's just, and again, you guys who are in the stream who are lucky enough to live in Doha, let me know if the night lighting is this kind of, I won't say intense, but this kind of colourful and yeah, intense, I guess, as well. There we go. You can actually see that, I believe, must be how you get to the banana resort, purely because it says it on there. And okay, so this is the terminal, so this is how you get to the banana resort. Imagine just jumping on a jet ski and just revving your way over there. So cool, man. so cool. Here we go. Let's hop over. I don't think there's anything in this zone here that we really need to look at. Banana. Yeah, just when we start getting into the likes of this tower, for example, things get a bit nuts with the lighting. Like, and I looked at it yesterday and was like, seriously, is this what it's like? Like, if you live in an apartment nearby, you definitely need some blinds or curtains to be blocking the light out, because it'd just be like the daytime at nighttime. Wow, I am warm. Jesus, I'm sorry guys if you're seeing any kind of reflections on my forehead. But look at the reflections in the water here of the buildings. Fantastic, man. So cool. Look at that. It's like a UFO. Oh my god. Look at the light, man. Look at it. My god, look at the actual sort of transparent screen going on here as well. My god, iniBuilds. I mean, if this is an apartment building here, guys, you ain't getting a sleep. It's gonna need some heavy duty blinds. You can actually see the lighting is on the structure on the outside of the building. Please tell me they have blinds in Doha, because that is just ridiculous. But it's so crisp. Like, it is so, like, there's no like weird kind of artifacting or bleeding of the light around the building. And again, look, there is that parallax on that building is fantastic. The effect on the building to make it look like the interior is so cool. Shutters probably, yeah, probably. You'd hope so. Just one thing I'd be saying if I ever got an apartment in that building was, are they blinds on it, please? Because I won't be going to sleep ever. They do pretty heavy blinds as well. It's got to be, man, because even your standard blinds, it'll just be bleeding through. But yeah, the night light is so good, and the lighting, the building modeling, and the texturing is fantastic as well. Each of these buildings have got these parallaxed interiors. Again, the overuse of the word parallax. I'm going to start saying it too much, but yeah, you've got those almost fake realistic interiors to them. Go inside the building. There's nothing inside the building. It's just these aren't real interiors. They look like, especially at a distance, if you're at a certain distance, you will be fooled to think they were all individual. Video games do it as well. If you go inside them, it's just a 2D image. I mean, even then it's not. It kind of bends and warps. You can't see it. It's a parallax texture. It's, when it's implemented right, it looks very, very good. Like, if you implement it wrong, the depth and the kind of position of it, it's not convincing enough. But these are very, very convincing. yeah, you can start to see kind of how 2D things get, especially if you're moving like this. But keep in mind, if you are using this as a scenery pack for visual flying, you're doing city tours maybe, I don't know if you do role playing any city tours in a helicopter or anything, these are fantastic. You will get the effect will be incredible. Now that looks like a copy of the World Trade Center. Now there is a thing saying World Trade Center. Have they got a copy of the World Trade Center in Doha, the old World Trade Center? Is that correct? Because that looks like one of the towers, if I'm going to be totally honest. And no stupid comments, guys, please. I know most of you in here right now are growing up enough, and I've got beard hair, but you know, there's people who like to comment with some stupid things. That's fantastic, that really, really is. Yeah, so any new viewers, you could win this and the airport. Enter the 4-letter code for Doha Airport into the chat, and I will pick a winner in a soon. Soon. Look at that. That is, I mean, it's blinding me for God's sake, but look at that. If you stumble out, I don't know about the drink. Listen, try to respect it, but I mean this with total respect. If you don't think you can, I don't know what the rule about drinking is. I don't think you can, but if you were to see that on a more intoxicating night out, you're gonna scream UFO. That is, I mean, it's incredible. Look at the reflection in that other building. iniBuilds, little tap on the back, as usual. So good, man. So good. We've got a couple of the banks over there as well. Try and get through this, guys, because obviously I want to talk a tiny little bit at the end and bore you to death, but very, very relevant. And then I want to give you a little look at what is coming up on the channel in hopefully half an hour's time. There might be a tiny delay now. Look at that, we've got the animated lights running down there, look at that. Not the first time they've done this, but it seems their lighting engine is definitely improving, and we're seeing some of these animations getting even better. The Marriott marquee by the looks of it as well. Massive. That's one hotel. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Look at that. Are they all one hotel, you're telling me? And they've just got like 5 bloody towers, 4 wings of full buildings. I mean, yeah, I know they wouldn't need them in this city, but incredible. Just baffles me, man. And this is coming from a person who's only ever been to Lanzarote and Prague many a times, but the scale of seeing some of these cities on these scenery packs is just so, it blows my mind, man. Really incredible. And the fact that we're seeing it in full scale, you know. The 4 towers are hotel and apartments, the big building is a mall. Nice. Again, more custom lighting. Let's head over here to see the last part. There's some things that I have missed out, I apologise, but we are getting down to the wire now, guys, and I do want to give you a little look as part of being on the live stream today what I have been working on this week, as well as the Falcon 50 trailer. I have been working on another aircraft trailer, guys. Camera speed up. I think this is it the Pearl? Is this the Pearl, I think? Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but these look like they are all the custom buildings, because I remember these being just the default buildings of the simulator as well. And this is on approach or departure from the airport, by the way, guys, so this would really need to look spot on as well. And I'm assuming this is the 5th of June arch as well. Yep, hopefully you go past my apartment. I don't really want to show everyone where you live, mate, but if you live in one of these, I'm sure you will see your building. But it'll be quite a feat to try and find which one, even if you were trying to describe the 11th one on the left. There's more here as well, and I'm assuming that's the 5th of June arch. I don't know the significance in this because I have done a video for a Doha Landmarks pack by iSim. That's on my channel if anyone wants to go and see that. That's from a different developer. This wasn't in there, I don't think, so I'm assuming this is new, possibly. I don't know. But again, fantastic custom lighting as well. Again, some really nice lighting on here. Again, definitely need some heavy duty blinds on that building. But this arch, wow. Yeah, the reflections in the water are fantastic. This is what we were getting in the Dubai, the city pack by iniBuilds. Again, I think you can take the wind down a tiny bit here. I might have the wind up a tiny bit. There you go. You can see the reflections even better now. It's 3 years old now. Pretty new building. It's not the arch. It's the hotel. Oh, it's a hotel. Oh, okay. So that's not the 5th of June arch. Okay. Kind of upside down arch, I guess, isn't it? Ah, okay. I'll try and have a little look at that, mate. Thanks for telling me that. I guess that isn't an arch; it's an upside down arch, really, isn't it? If we're gonna say it's anything. But you're telling me that's a hotel. That is a fantastic looking hotel. Although if you are staying in these lower buildings, your floor would be slightly angled. Not really. Pretty cool though. Very blinding the lights again. Hopefully that hotel has got some nice blinds on it. Spot on, guys. We are getting near to the end of the stream, guys, so if you haven't entered the giveaway, time to do it now. 4-letter code for Doha Hamad International Airport. I'll be giving whoever Nightbot randomly generates as the winner a copy of both the scenery and the airport as well. Let me find out where the arch is, guys, because I'd like to know where that is, just because if it's on a highway, it could be absolutely anywhere. It was by the it was over that way. Let's turn the lighting up just so you can see what it looks like in the daytime. Ooh, Jesus. The lighting is great on 2024, but when you change it from night to day, it really does. And you can see the reshade effect a lot here. You can actually see the yellowness as I go across. You can see the colour changing. That is the default colouring, and that's the reshade colouring. I prefer the reshade colouring personally. Again, if you have entered, guys, the giveaway, you don't need to enter the code again, guys. Luckily, I haven't turned on the spamming filter, because otherwise quite a lot of you at this point would have been kicked out the giveaway. I won't lie. So luckily I didn't this time, but yeah, you don't have to enter it again once you've entered it. We know. The arch is over here somewhere. Possibly. Yeah, Ahmed, you're totally right. I'm really sorry if you can hear my daughter screaming the house down, by the way. I apologise. She's very loud. I can see the arch now. She's being so loud. I'm sorry if you can hear her screaming the house down. There's the arch there, guys. I think it's the arch. I think so. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Let's see if there's any lighting. You are right. The yellow colour does kind of fit the atmosphere of Doha. I do agree. Now, what I would say is, until the likes of Rex Atmos make 2024 compatibility, which I believe they are doing very, very soon, you can actually see they put the iniBuilds advert on there, which again is very, very cool effects, by the way, guys, that they've implemented on there. Don't know if there's anything on there that they have. Very distracting for drivers if you're looking up at it, like, but yeah, until Rex Atmos come into 2024, which I believe they're doing very, very soon, the atmospheric colouring and effects still need to be worked on. There was a significant jump in between 2020 and 2024, but I recently reinstalled 2020 for the trailer I'm going to show you, or you're going to watch afterwards, hopefully. And I got Rex Atmos, and I'm blown away by how much of the visuals change depending on what preset you use. It's a fantastic program, and it's only £10 as well, and I can't wait for it to be on 2024. Right, guys, let's announce this winner, because time is going by. It really is. Thank you to everyone who's landed into my Discord as well. I really appreciate it as well, and please do take the time to follow me on any socials. I'm also, if there's anyone who's on TikTok, I am on there as well. Everything I post is usually the same. You will notice that I post more photos to Instagram and TikTok because it gives me the platform to do it a lot better than the others. The likes of Facebook and Twitter or X, not really great places to showcase photography or screenshots. Last minute or so, guys, please enter the 4-letter code, the International Civil Aviation Authority code for Doha Hamad International, and I will pick a winner in the next 5 minutes. For everyone who's still in the stream and still watching, massive thank you. If you haven't been chatting but watching behind the scenes, I also appreciate you too. Thank you so much for spending some time with me on this Sunday. If you are entering the giveaway, just make sure, if you want to win, that you are putting the correct code in. As Hamad has said, there has been a change in code. They have changed Doha's code. Keep that in mind. Hamad International has got a different code, okay? Please keep that in mind. Now, in around 20 minutes to half an hour or so, I'm going to be uploading a trailer onto my channel. Tell a lie, the trailer's already on my channel. I will be releasing it, making it public for everyone to watch. It's something that I have been following for a while, as many people have. It's something important to me as a flight simulation creator and an aviation enthusiast in real life as well, doing plane spotting and aviation photography. Was lucky to see this aircraft when it was still flying in our country. It isn't now, unfortunately. Well, it isn't in terms of any passenger services. If Owen's still there, he probably now knows what that is that I'm talking about. They are still flying, but they are very, very limited numbers now, and mostly in the UK we'd see them in the likes of doing cargo runs, possibly. But yeah, I have been creating a trailer for the last week or so, kind of a last minute thing, as well as the Vulcan 50 trailer for Contrail. I've also been working on a trailer for... Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? If you're still watching, if you haven't been involved in the chat and you're wondering what it is, are you ready? Yes, guys, you know it. So I have been lucky enough to be speaking with Bluebird Simulations over the last week or so, and they give me the opportunity to do a trailer for the beautiful 757-200, and it will be on my channel. It will be on my channel in around half an hour's time, guys. If you do really like this plane and you want to see it in action, guys, please go and watch the trailer when it hits my channel in about, again, probably not dead on 3 o'clock, unfortunately, just because the trailer's gone a bit longer, but I need to put obviously the kind of Discord announcements, the social media announcements all together, get them out. Anywhere I can post it, I can share it, but anywhere you guys can share the trailer, please please go and do that. Sorry, please go and share the trailer when it becomes live. I really appreciate it. There was a great response to my Vulcan 50 trailer. Couldn't have asked for any more on that. This one, no exception. Here is another exclusive screenshot, guys. These are screenshots that I were taken during the trailer creation process as well. There's one of the cuppa. This was taken in Manchester Airport. This was all Flight Sim 2020, and you can see some of the AI traffic in the background there as well. Didn't they also say there was a 300? Yes, there is. You will get 300 variants as well. What I will point out in this trailer, just two things. It is the 200, the 757-200 being shown, and it is just the Bluebird Simulations livery featured. They will, depending on everything, there possibly will be a trailer coming up at some point featuring the liveries. Okay, I was lucky enough to see some of the liveries. I won't tell you which ones, but I have seen some of them and been able to fly with some of them. But yeah, there will be a dedicated trailer for the liveries. This is just to show you what it looks like. I'm sure you already know what it looks like, but just to show you it in action as well. And obviously there is going to be winged options as well. You are going to see the 757-200 with the winglet. This is just the winglet version. Again, I have seen the non-winglet version in the sim, and it looks bloody good, like really old looking 757. This is the winglet version, guys. That's all I'll say on that. Time for the winners. Again, this trailer will be on my channel soon, guys, so please go and share it. Please, because this, unlike the Vulcan 50 trailer, this hasn't been shown on stage or anything at Flight Sim Expo, and I believe there was an issue with the ability to show the trailer today. So if it hasn't been shown on Expo, the Bluebird Simulation Expo stand today, then it will just be getting shown on my channel. So yes, that is pretty exciting, guys. I am I am very lucky to have been given the opportunity there for that. Let's have a look at who's won, guys. So I will be showing you the screen, hopefully, that has the giveaway on there, so you can see everything. You can see the chat, and you can see the people who have entered the giveaway on there, and you can see that it's just it's the Nightbot website. It's showing it's showing you at random who it is. It's going to pick it. Perfect, guys. Here we go. Sorry for the kind of unprofessional kind of scrolling there on the window. It's also in a weird aspect ratio as well, so again, I apologize that it's kind of like this. I will make that a personal thing of mine to get that sorted. Perfect, guys. So good luck to everyone. Again, what I will say, it's 2024 only. If you're a 2020 user, you do win and you want to keep hold of it for later down the line, absolutely fine. If you want to pass it on to someone else, I'll let you choose who it is. I think that's only fair. And then also, to claim your prize, your YouTube profile does need your email in there, so I'll need you to do that. And then I will email you within the next few hours, guys, okay? Keep in mind I do have the trailer to release, so that will be taking my time up after the stream. And also as well, please give iniBuilds time to put that into your account, okay? Because they are in Expo, so in the next couple of days, I don't think they're going to be doing it in the next couple of days. It will be probably within the next week or so, so please be patient, okay? Perfect, guys. Thank you so much for everyone who's joined the stream on the Sunday. Again, this will more than likely be a regular thing. It's probably going to be every Sunday at 1 o'clock. That's what I'm aiming for. If you did enjoy today's stream or any of my content, please consider subscribing. Drum roll, please. I should get it. I need to get. Technically, I need to get a drum roll sound, don't I? If I'm going to be totally honest. But yeah, let's have a little look, guys. Good luck. Dennis Erdley, you are the winner. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still there, Dennis. As you can see, Nightbot has said congratulations. Everyone get a congratulations then there for Dennis. Let's have a little look at your profile, Dennis. I can't see when you popped a message in the chat list. I hope you're still there, mate. You do need to be active to let me know that you've won as well. If you don't reply to me, I need to redraw someone. Again, something I probably should have disclosed earlier on, but yeah, there you are, Dennis. Let's have a little look. Or if your email's already in there, I can obviously pop that in, couldn't I? Ah, you've got an email on your... oh, you're already there, Dennis. Perfect. Your email is already on there, mate. Can you just confirm the email on there is correct for me, just in the chat, please, mate? Just a little nod, a little thumbs up will do fine. And I will get an email to you within the next 24 hours, mate, on how we're going to sort all this for you. Again, massive thanks to everyone for joining me today. I really need a drink, and I'm going to just sit down for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to start getting that trailer live on my channel. I hope you all enjoy the trailer. Again, anticipated aircraft for the simulator. I can't wait to share the trailer, and I hope everyone enjoys it. Oh, there. One last little memory resource there. Let me double check. I'll let you double check me, and we'll just float above. We'll just scroll across Doha for the ending of the stream. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone. Massive thank you to obviously our moderator for this live stream, Alex. Please show some love in the email. Should be good. Fine, mate. Good stuff. Thank you so much for confirming that. Give Alex a big round of applause. Thank you for him for being the moderator for today. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in, and yeah, stay tuned to the channel. The Bluebird Simulation 757 trailer will be on there shortly, guys. Thank you so much, and please look out on my Discord and social media for the next live stream or my next pre-recorded video. I thank you so much, and I will see you again very soon. I also apologise, there's no actual things on the end screen here, guys, so you're just going to have to watch one little slideshow. I need to fix that. It's... Thanks, guys.